Hey guys, and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley, and welcome back to our Flower Everyday series. Today's is going to be late because it's almost 10 o'clock and I'm just now filming, but I am going to get this up as soon as I possibly can. But we are painting a flower every single day this month. We're keeping them quick, simple, beginner-friendly, and we're using the Flower Color Guide as our reference. Let's get on with it. Have no time to waste. I've had a rough morning and week so far. So today we're going to be painting a yellow flower, and we're going to paint this Ranunculus. And we have painted a Ranunculus this month, but this one's a little bit different. It's not as layered. These are like really, I'm going to call these pancake petals. They're like all really thin. So we're going to attempt to paint this. What paint should we use? I've got a couple of palettes left to go through. Should we go with the A Gallo palette? I think we shall. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna use the A Gallo palette. What brush should we use? What is speaking to me? I'm gonna go with my Tintoretto travel brush, size 4. Yeah, this is what I wanna use. Okay, so for these, the center is very dark. And then we have these beautiful yellow petals. If you ever want to see my opinions on any of these paints I'm using, a lot of them I have videos on, like this palette right here. Did not get a favorable review from me. And if you want to see that, I will link that below. But it was one of the videos that I had that got the most negative comments. I think people really like A Gallo, and all I have to go on is what I've used in this particular palette, and I don't know, it frustrates me. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start with a center for these. So let's take our brown. We're keeping this super casual and loose here. So I'm gonna put a center here. This one is kind of domed up like that. All right, and then let's put one more forward facing. Just kind of getting some paint in there. I'm trying to decide if we're just doing 2 or if we're gonna do 3. I don't know yet. I don't have much time, so I need to make a decision. Let's do one here that is kind of wonky. Okay. All right, so let's get some yellow. I need to clean a spot on this palette so I can have yellow. All right, so for these, we're going to very loosely put in some petals around this, and we've got some yellow and some orange in these, so we're gonna kind of mix and put some different colors. So let's just start with a petal here. Just put a petal in. I wanna take a little bit of the red and just tap a little bit. Yeah, on the edge of that petal. Oh, that's fun. All right, let's get another one. Just like so. And let's do a little bit more red here. Just have fun with it. Right, let's have a petal going up and back. Make them irregular and make the edges not perfect on these. Right, and put in a little bit of red. Put in a lot of red on this one. Pretty. Ooh! I just looked at it in the camera and it's really cool. Okay, I'm having fun. Let's do this. I'm gonna put one kind of coming this way, and maybe one underneath here. I'm gonna leave a little bit of white space so we can see the difference between those two petals. And again, we're not trying to copy the exact petals, we're just giving a general likeness of this flower. So, all right, there's one. Wasn't too bad. All right, let's do this one. Let's make these front ones really short here. And then kind of wiggle this out like so. I'm going to actually touch the center a little bit even. There we go. And I'm just going to put some little lines here like that, so you can maybe indications that there's layers of petals there. And then I'm going to take the red and just kind of go on the edge, pull some in a little bit. I don't have too much water on my brush, so it's not going to spread too far, but it will blend in nicely. And then maybe on the tips of these layers, put a little bit of that red. The thicker your paint is on your brush, meaning more pigment, less water, the less it's going to travel. So if you want it to stick to an area, get a thicker amount of paint. Less water, more paint means less travel. Okay, that's not bad. For us being in a hurry, rushed, this is not bad. Okay, this bottom one I want lighter. What is the color? Yellow. So I'm adding more water to it, and we're just gonna kind of put in some more ruffly squiggles. Put a little bit here. Got extra layers of petals. Nice and easy. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that red, just lightly touch the edges of these petals. So I want to keep this one fairly light, like so. I'm going to get a little bit more concentrated of yellow, and I just want to tap that yellow on the center and let it like bleed out the flower, like so. Maybe a couple of little darker spots around the petals as well. Okay, okay, not bad. All right, let's get some green going here. One thing I don't like about this palette is the green selection. So I'm gonna mix, let's put a little bit of this green into the yellow. Might be the easiest. There we go. And then mix in a little bit of the red to mute it. A little more red. There we go. That's what I want. All right, so we're just gonna get a stem coming down here. And from this one, just like so. And this one as well. All right, let's put a couple of these little buds in here. So let's do circle with the point on it, make it super fat. Okay, and just a few little scriggly, scraggly leaves. Let's do maybe a bud coming up this way as well. Like so. I like that. Cute. Should we do one more bud? Maybe one down here. Just put this here, do a little circle, come to a point. Like that. There we go. That's not that bad. Okay, let's splatter. I had somebody ask about splatter, why their splatter is so small. The size of brush and the style of brush will have an impact on your splatter, but also the amount of water that's in your brush. So if I were to go straight from the paint here I'm not splattering. I need to add some water to my brush, and then we get a nice splatter. And the more water that's in your brush, the bigger the splatter. I hope that makes sense. Didn't quite need that much. All right, so there is day 29. I feel like I need to add just a little bit to this center. I should leave it alone. Ashley, know when to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I could add more, but I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, guys, but that is it for today. We have just a couple of days left. We are coming to a close. And Kylie is coming back today. She's been on vacation, so I'm excited to see her. But thank you so much for sticking around for this series. If you did enjoy this video, though, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit that subscribe button down below. And we will see you again tomorrow for another flower. Bye.